Paul Hall praises Kaheim Dixon for his move to Charlton Athletic, and Amari Bell is injured yet again.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz will say, but big up Gunnaz.
If you are a newcomer to this channel, the golden rule is to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Every video needs to get to at least 100 likes. So if you're a newcomer and you're watching this video and you enjoy the content, just go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're also a returning viewer and you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting on? Just go ahead right now and hit that fat red subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we do post videos. And you can check us out on our socials at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And lastly, if you want to support us monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee, and you can find the link below in the description. Now, in this video, I'll be covering 3 topics. The first one, Kaheim Dixon, and a few comments that Paul Hall made about his transfer to Charlton Athletic. Steve McClaren, as he was given an award at Old Trafford. And lastly, an injury update on Amari Bell. Now, starting off with the latter, there is a huge blow for the Reggae Boyz camp and also Luton Town, as Amari Bell has suffered yet another injury and he will be out. It is reported that he will or might be out for the next few weeks. We can call that around 3 to 4 weeks time. He will be out, which means that he's going to miss, or most likely he's going to miss, the upcoming international break for Jamaica, which will see us play against Nicaragua and Honduras. Nicaragua away on the 10th and Honduras at home on the 14th. So you guys can expect that Amari Bell will be missing from that squad. Now, it is reported that Luton Town is very, very frustrated with this layoff because they see him as a very, very important player, and they're just so angry with all of the issues that have been happening with Amari Bell and his injury woes. Luton manager Rob Edwards had this to say about the Amari Bell injury. He's a big player for us, and the fact that he can play in a number of different positions gives us real scope to be able to change things even with the same personnel on the pitch if we want to. To put a figure on it right now, I don't want to say or put that sort of pressure on him or the staff, but it is weeks. It is not a week or 10 days, and that makes it really disappointing. I'm really frustrated for Amari because we want to be able to select our best players, and he is certainly one of those. So yeah, it's definitely a tough one to take, both for the Reggae Boyz camp and for Luton Town especially. But I just have to wish Amari Bell a speedy recovery. No, the former Reggae Boyz player, Paul Hall, and also our former interim coach as well, had a few comments about Kaheim Dixon and his move to Charlton Athletic, where he basically commended his performances, applauded him, and let him know, or basically had a few thoughts saying that he thinks that this was the perfect and the right move for Kaheim Dixon. Paul Hall represented a whole lot of clubs in England, including Portsmouth, Walsall, West Brom, and Sheffield United. However, he stated that if Dixon wants to have anywhere close to the type of career that he had, he has to remain humble and follow the instruction of his coaches. Paul Hall went on also to tell the Observer that Charlton is known for developing players, and that is the reason why the bigger clubs in England always want to send their players out to Charlton on loan to get them to develop and to nurture their talent. He's a very, very huge admirer of the Charlton Youth Project and how they develop players, and says that there's no better place for Kaheim Dixon to be at. Paul Hall said, and I quote, "He is in a place now where the hard work starts. He's a very young player, and I haven't seen enough of him, but I am excited about what I have seen. He needs to learn the game as much as he can, take as much advice from the coaches he's working with, and set targets. Hopefully, he can become the player we all know he can be. There are a lot of talents on the island, and he is just another one that has come through. Hopefully, he can make a big name for himself, but he must set targets for himself, and he has got to be humble, which I know he is." He also went on to mention that he believes that he's in the perfect environment to develop his skills before moving on to a larger club in Europe. So there was a whole lot of talking points, even with myself, that we wanted to see Dixon at a bigger club. But with what we have seen now, and even what other experts in the game are saying, it seems as if he might have made the right move. So I have no problem retracting my statement that he should have went to a bigger club. Even though I did say that there were some pros of him going to Charlton. But no, I am quite content and quite happy with Kaheim Dixon making that move to Charlton. And also, even his former coach at Clarendon College, Lenworth teacher Hyde, also went on to mention that if he improves his physical style of the game, he is expected to move forward to a higher club in the future, or a bigger club in the future, because he's just that talented. He just needs to work on his physical part of the game. And yeah, the sky's the limit for Kaheim Dixon. Now, Steve McClaren was back at Manchester United in midweek for the game against 20 at Old Trafford, right? And he had a standing ovation, and he was given an award in what they are calling the Steve McClaren Derby, due to the ties that Steve McClaren had, the strong ties that Steve McClaren had with both teams, both FC20 in Netherlands and Manchester United. Now, for those of you who do not know or did not know, Steve McClaren won FC20 their single and only Eredivisie title in Netherlands in 2010. And for that, he is an absolute legend of that football club. He would be like the Arsene Wenger for Arsenal, or the Sir Alex Ferguson for Manchester United to those FC20 fans, right? His name will be etched in FC20 history for a lifetime, right? So he is an absolute legend of that club. And also, he has worked under Sir Alex Ferguson and won Premier Leagues and the Champions League under Sir Alex Ferguson as an assistant manager, and then also came back more recently to win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup under the current coach, Eric Ten Hag. So when the opportunity presented itself for Manchester United and the 20 to be playing at Old Trafford, it only made sense for both fan bases to come together and give Steve McClaren an act of respect, show him an act of respect, giving him a prize for his tremendous work that he's done, representing or coaching both teams, right? Now, Steve McClaren's focus after that is set straight and directly to the two games that we have on the international break, which see the Reggae Boyz are going to face Nicaragua, and then we're going to face off at home with Honduras. So yeah, his focus should be fully on that. And yeah, I hope to see a whole lot of people at the National Stadium, and hopefully this time we can see a whole lot of goals in that game and not a 0-0 draw. I think the fans would be very, very disappointed if they did show up in the numbers that they showed up in the last game against Cuba in the past international break, and we don't see the team win scoring goals. And hopefully as well, Amari Bell is the only noticeable absentee from that squad. Hopefully everyone else is fit. Leon Bailey's back. Leon Bailey's fit. Hopefully we will see him in that squad as well. So yeah, if you've gotten this far into the show, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to hit that like button. One of the most important things you can do to support this channel. It is free. Just hit that like button. Get this video to 100 likes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.